to Scousers with a Passion. Thank you so much for your comments, your shares. As you know, I'm really excited about this series, and I like that you are too. Today I am here with Martin, the Scouse guru, and as you know, I let all my guests introduce themselves, so over to Martin.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Martin, and we're currently actually sitting in Planet Yoga this morning. We've got a yoga session on at 9 a.m. and yeah, I'd probably class myself as a meditation coach nowadays, Fran. Played a lot of tennis in my time, and I had that label of a tennis player, tennis coach. So now I'm like a meditation coach, but I'm a director of Planet Yoga as well. We're a holistic centre. We run yoga here, workshops, meditation, music events, seminars. We do a lot of holistic therapies here. So yeah, there's an amazing array of things we do here at Planet Yoga. So meditation coach. I'd probably class myself also as a men's mentor nowadays. I've been doing all the men's work over the last few years. And I'm a father as well. Yeah, I'm a daddy of a little girl of 3. So yeah, proud father, proud Scouser.
Good. Tell us about how did this start? It's quite when you started Planet Yoga first, and then the meditation, especially for men.
Yeah.
It's not really a thing, especially Liverpool. Men are very manly, aren't they? So meditation wouldn't be one thing that you think it's a man's thing, although I think men can get so many benefits from it, but we won't tell you. So how did you start? How did you think about starting it?
So I could only describe all this process to be magic, very synchronistic. I stopped teaching tennis around 2011, and I went on a journey. I took some time out. I went to Thailand, and I was away for 4 months, and I just had a lot of time out from Liverpool, from the world, and it was just a time for me to go inside myself. I was practicing a lot of yoga at the time, and when I came back in the summer of 2012, there was just a chain of events that happened, and we just went with it. Really, we didn't really know what I didn't know what I wanted to do, and then me and my dad, we were sort of doing a few of the bits and bobs here and there, and then a friend of mine who was a gym instructor was actually working upstairs in Planet Yoga. The landlord said to him, there's a space here. Would you be interested in taking it on? And I'd been practicing yoga with my father for probably around about a year, and we were just immersed into it. We loved it. We loved the community that we were involved in. We loved the centre, Yoga Nation, that we were going to, and it was just a lovely lifestyle. So we did a little bit of homework, and we did, there wasn't really much going on in Liverpool at the time, or in South Liverpool with regards to yoga, or hot yoga anyway. And so it just sort of unfolded. We looked at the space. We were pretty impulsive, and we just went for it, and it was just the best decision we ever made. And then fast forward 8 years, we opened up in the January 2013, and we're now of the fall of 2020. And that journey individually for me has been incredible, because it gave me an opportunity to dive into, obviously, yoga and what yoga really means, and how I can, weave that practice into my daily life. And then it took me on a journey of meditation. I was always inspired to learn a lot about human behavior being a tennis coach, but I was really interested in the psychology of how we behave. And that took me on a journey of firstly, taking a look inside of myself, and taking a look in the mirror, and understanding who I was and what I wanted to get out of life, and where I wanted to go, and what my purpose was. But I used the medium of meditation, really, because meditation is just a matter of learning how to be, learning how to sit with oneself, learning how to be aware of the present moment's experience and what's alive in your own inner world. And so I did many silent retreats, silent, meditations at the time. I did a lot more yoga, and then I went on a teacher training course in 2016 in Mexico, and I did a 90-day teacher training just specifically for meditation. And so it's been a massive journey of self-development over the last few years. A lot of yoga in there, a lot of meditation. Yeah, and it's been, and then it then allowed me the platform to start to hold the space for people in Liverpool to be educated, to feel into what meditation is, why you would want to meditate and how to actually do it. But I also teach yoga here at Planet Yoga.
Yes. And how did you go from just the teaching and being a meditation coach to launching an app during lockdown?
Yeah, it was something, I had a massive, my intent was to teach Liverpool how to meditate, and I've been really enjoying this journey since 2017. I'd say I've got a really impressive understanding on meditation. I've got many years of experience, and then I wanted to reach a wider audience. Also, I felt like nowadays a lot more people are going online, and a lot more people can't necessarily access, the work that I'm doing here in Liverpool. But it was also an accountability. It's not easy to continue a meditation journey each day. So I cultivated an app. It took me about 2 years to put together, and I wanted to give people an opportunity to hold their hand really throughout the practice, to keep confirming and reaffirming what the practice is all about. Give them a lot of guided meditations. There's a full library of meditations on the app. And then obviously again to reach a lot of people. I mean, mindfulness and meditation nowadays, it's actually becoming really cool. A lot more people are diving into it.
Very needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, in the current situation, there's a lot of people who are stressed out, they're overthinking. A lot of people psychologically overthink, thinking, not knowing they're thinking, and don't really understand their own psychology. So, again, the practice of meditation for me was all about giving people a platform for education first, to understand what it really is and how to navigate the practice, and then two, to have the direct experience so you can build an inner structure with the practice, and then you can weave that into your day. So, it's not just a matter of being mindful for 10 or 15 minutes of a morning, the active practice of meditation, but very much about, being mindful in your day, noticing your behaviour. A lot of our behaviour goes unnoticed and we don't really see our own blind spots. So that is, having a stronger sense of attention, which is cultivated in the practice of meditation, just gives you a sense of being in the present moment and then choosing wisely. Life for me is about making skilled choices. So, what choices are we making? How are we responding to the world? And what are the motivations behind our choices as well? So there's many layers to the human experience.
There is. And then, listen, why Liverpool? Because you said you travelled a lot, and there was a lot of yoga involved in your travels, and you went away, and then you came back.
Yeah.
And
probably a couple of reasons really. I've been very fortunate enough to travel in my time. Not just as a child with my parents, but I've spent long periods of time away from Liverpool, and I think it was a couple of reasons. I'm a city lad. I love being at home. I've got a lot of really good, got a good community of people here. I obviously had a business, that I was running at the time. So I felt like a sense of honour and reverence and sincerity to come back and to continue to hold the space here at Planet Yoga. But I was also, I was in love. I had a partner at the time. Well, I'm still with her. Obviously, I had a partner. when I did a bit of travelling, and we were very. It was very fresh into the relationship, and I come back for love, and lo and behold, we had a little daughter as well. So it all fitted in really nice because I've got a family here now at Liverpool, and I feel like teaching meditation to the people in my own backyard. I'm a proud Scouser. I love the city. I love what it's about. And to actually teach people and express my gifts and talents, into our city, and then see the results people are getting with the practice, that warms me.
I love that. Yes, I agree. You're the first person who said I was in love and I came back here. I'm really excited. So as you know, this is a series about people who made a business out of their passion and they're doing well. And the reason why I thought about this is that people keep saying you can't make money if you start a business out of your passion.
Yeah.
And I think it's completely the opposite. I think if you've got the passion, you can make the money because the passion is going to drive you through the crappy days.
Yeah.
So if anyone is watching and they have an idea and they're like on the fence because they think it's more of like something coming from their heart than a business thing, have you got a motto you live by, any advice?
Absolutely. There's probably a few things I'd like to talk about here. One is consistency and discipline. You know, they're like the mother and father for me of virtue. That if you have them two virtues and they're strong in your locker, then it definitely gives you the capacity to cultivate any endeavours and to create something special. I think also a lot of people have a fear of failure, and so the fear of and that comes from a fear of being judged by the world. And so if we can get over that really what other people are thinking of us is none of our business. You know, we can let go of that faculty, because failure is a massive teacher of ours. So, you know, definitely, you know, understanding the any fears that you have around cultivating business, and you know, sometimes go into that space within us. That's okay. What's the worst that can happen? That's important. We have to look at them things. But sometimes we don't go to that place. What's the best thing that can happen? Excuse me. There's a little bit of someone outside, but we're going to ignore that. What's the best thing that can happen? You know, what's the best thing that can happen in business? You know, and certainly doing a little bit of homework. But if you've got a passion and you want to achieve something, you know, for me, it's life. This has all become it's a joy for me. None of it's a chore, and a byproduct of the business is financial abundance. Obviously, you know, we make skilled choices, you know, around what we do here at Planet Yoga, but inevitably, you know, we do it because we love to do it. So we don't really go to work. You know, we just see it as something that we fully enjoy, that, you know, we love what we're doing here. And we're also serving, you know, there's a level of service. You know, the magic formula for me is do something you love to do, give the public a service, and then in the middle you find that like little sweet spot of creating some abundance.
I agree. So listen, if anyone who's watching wants to check you out, social media, website, physical spot, where do they go?
So I've got an Instagram account that I use quite a lot, and it's Martin at it's just Martin Bone Meditation actually. So we'll leave that.
People out
we'll
here.
Leave that. Let's just leave that. It's Martin Bone Meditation, so that's on Instagram. I've also got a website. It's www.martinbonemeditation.com.
Yes.
I was on Facebook, but I've decided to come off Facebook at this moment in time. I watched that Social Dilemma on Netflix, and I was like, you know what? I felt like it was nice to just let that go. And I'm obviously, you know, I've got an office here at Planet Yoga on the top floor, and I tend to do a lot of work from there. So sometimes people, you know, come across the studio, you know, knocking on the door, maybe come in, have a cup of tea. You'll find me in Nomad next door having, you know, some nice food.
Yes, or me.
That's right. And, you know, I love being in and around the city, to be honest. I love Sefton Park. I love being in the town. And if anyone recognises me but hasn't met me, I'd love to, you know, I always love meeting new people and making new friends. Fabulous. So I like people stopping me in the streets and having a little chat, so definitely welcome all that.
Fabulous. Listen, thank you so much, and now we're going to let the people in for the lesson.
Well, we might let them in.
And I will see you in 10 minutes for the lesson, lovely. And I will see you soon at the next episode of Scousers with a Passion. Bye.
Lovely, bye-bye. Thank you, Fran.